just starting out. We can do this. Playing bass, chord, and melody. So playing right hand and left hand. Now watch what happens next. This is the second time through. In the old days you'd use a metronome. Click, 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 click. This is what they do today. Here we go. What happened? Now Jim's supposed to pick up the fiddle and play. Bass and guitar is playing. So it plays just like it did before. So we have it set up to play 4 times. You'll see the next one is melody only, and that's when the guitar players should.
Oh, pick up their parts, okay.
Melody only, guitar players. So you really don't need a band.
Yeah.
You got everything.
So the electricity goes out.
That's why they say that most new musicians and things, they can't sing and play because that thing does everything for them.
Here we are. And at the end, everybody plays together. Bluegrass. Okay, now, there are some other idiosyncrasies of MIDI. You want what we call voices. Organists had that in the past. The accordion had, you push a button, you've got a voice. So the voices are the instrument sounds. A fiddle is a voice. A piano is a voice. A flute is a voice. A trumpet, a clarinet. So in the MIDI world, again, almost everything in the ASCII world, this is called ASCII, goes from 1 to 127. So what they do is they block the voices. This is piano. This is organ. And when you get down here, 72 is a clarinet. So again, when you get down to programming, you would have to tell this system here, I want this note to be played by a clarinet. So you can have 127 different voices on it. You can have banjo, fiddle, all kinds of them. Okay, it goes up to 127. And the last grouping is kind of a weirdo group. You've got a gunshot in there, you have applause in there, you have sea birds around Tweety, and so on, in this last group here. So if I want to program that to play clarinet in this program on the computer, I'd have to put, I want you now to play from now on the clarinet on channel 1. On channel 2, I might want trumpet. On channel 3, or let's say mariachi, which we do mostly. I want trumpet here, trumpet 1, trumpet 2, and I want violin 1, 2, and 3 on channels 3, 4, and 5. And that's why you have other channels. Any questions so far? Okay. I grew up in the analog world. Most of you did too. So most of our instruments are just changing over to digital. Okay? We still have accordions around where they have little reeds in there. You push a button, there's all kinds of little wires. Push that button, it makes that reed, push, get the air in and so on, and that air gives you a sound. Okay? small accordions might have 3 voices, high, middle, and low. So they may call that a piccolo, they may call this one an oboe, the low one. But they're just little reeds in there. So when you come to these instruments here, the engineers will actually study electronically this sound, or trumpet sound. We talked about a couple of weeks ago. How a sound is in physics, how it is and how the ear works with it, between the fundamental tone and all the harmonics that go with it. So, anyway, so most of the accordions that I have are still acoustic, okay? But we're gradually changing over everything you can see into electronics. So again, Roland came out with that years ago. Roland's kind of the leader in the field, and Yamaha. Roland from Germany, Yamaha from Japan. Casio is in the pack too, as far as coming out with new stuff, innovative and good equipment. So what we're working with right now is this here. And this is a keyboard made by Roland. And these come off. So these are modules. So this is your keyboard here. So it's connected there by a 16-pin connector. So you can use this separate. And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit. We're now hacking accordions, trying to put this in some of our accordions so that we can play electronic music through an old accordion. You just gut the accordion, take out all that old stuff and put in the new stuff. And this here has got, this particular module has the voices. So if I push this button here, it's got violin, flute, oboe, brass, guitar, and this button's got string, organ 1, organ 2, brass, electronic piano, clavinet, harpsichord, and so on. So when some engineer has put all that sounds into here. There's a couple ways to do that. One, if you buy an instrument, you're going to pay more for it probably, but they call sampling the sound. They'll take one of the good pianos, put a microphone in front of it, and sample that middle C. And then they'll sample the next C octave. Well, that's called sampling. So if it's a sampled sound, it theoretically should be a lot better than one made by an oscillator or a tone generator. More pure, more the tone of the instrument. So, even the grand piano or baby grand piano I have in my house now, it's all MIDI, and it's probably 20 years old. So almost every piano you buy in a store today, it's going to be electronics. You can buy, universities still are buying a big. I don't know anybody in the last 15 years who's ever bought a piano, a new one, that is not electronic. And it's very hard to get a piano tuner today. In the old days, piano tuners were all over the place. So. Anyway, let's back to the Roland. What we're doing is taking this thing apart. Here's one of the disassemblies. There's the keys. So you got to figure out what they did there, how they're making the contacts with that, from a mechanical contact to electrical contact. Okay? Here's a PCB board. This is what that fits on this here. Okay? This is your contact. Here's all electronics and so on. And you have switches and contacts and so on. So the bottom line is, then you have to go to the computer and program program to tell everything you want to do. When it hits the C, middle C here, or this one, you've got to have a program that says, okay, now play middle C. So it gets very complex. What they have done to simplify it, for those who don't want to go through this, the engineering part of it, they've come out with programs like Finale. That's a program I use, relatively expensive, so a lot of people might not want to put the money into it. So there are cheaper ones out there. So obviously, you kind of get what you pay for. So you can do a lot of things with the cheaper programs. That's what it's called, noteworthy. So you might be able to do everything that you want if you're not into symphony music, for example. With something like this, if you just play an accordion or piano, you could do it with a $99 program. And what you do here is you just take the musical staff and you'll have a menu just like everything else in the computer, and you find a full note and you put it on that line. Then the next one you put here, and now you have your C, E, G chord. So you can do everything with what we call graphics. Most of us, thanks to Bill Gates and Windows, works in what we call graphics. Graphics was behind him, ahead of him, but he made the Windows part, where you got window, 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 and so on. And they're called GUIs, graphic user interface. So most of us, when we work on a computer, that's what we work with. Okay? However, that's not what the computer programmer works with. They work with programs that are called text-based. So they're going to actually type in text and tell it what to do. And that's what we're doing down here. Here, we're not going to type in a note. Here, we're going to type in the hexadecimal code. So you can type in the text in various mathematical terms, depending on the program you're using, either hexadecimal or binary, whatever the program needs. For example, this is what we're going to connect to with last year. I can't remember when we get the little Arduino, a microcontroller. We had classes on Raspberry Pi, microprocessor, computer, and then the Arduino, which is a microcontroller. You know the difference between a computer and a controller, more or less. That thermostat on the wall is a controller. It doesn't do any thinking. You just tell it, turn on and turn off. Turn on at 78 degrees, turn off at 110 or whatever. That's a controller. It controls stuff. But you can't do computing on it. So the Arduino is what will control this. And we take all those pins, 16 pins, 4, 4, 4, 4, on the ins and outs, and connect it to the Arduino, and basically then we've got this here, this module. This module here is obviously made to do a lot more. The button there tweaks the sound somehow. And we talked about sound, how you can say that's a trumpet versus that's a banjo. Because in addition to the harmonics, you have the fundamental, you have the harmonics of that sound. So, in addition to that, each of these sine waves, you have what they call decay, rise and decay. So when it goes up, when it comes down. So they might not all come up and go down at the same time. And that's how you can tell a banjo string from a fiddle string. And therefore, you can do it the easy way. Just click on here, I want violin. Okay? Or you can go into the guts of it like this here and tell it what you want in computer code. Any questions? Jim, you got any? You're a fiddle player?
No,
Now, we talked about sampling too. There's another way to do this. We can take almost any instrument, including a fiddle. So we're talking about MIDI music. The other part of music we're going to talk about next week or the following week is where you put a microphone in front of something and you put it out of a speaker somewhere. This will do that too. That's the audio ports. What we're talking about here is MIDI. This is MIDI here. See MIDI, DIN, they're called 5-pole DIN switchers. Then here you have output. That's just like the output on your phone. Okay? That's audio. Okay? This is MIDI. So in the audio world, you can put that microphone in front of a trumpet, or in front of a microphone or a pickup, they call it, on a violin or guitar usually, and put that into that, and then it will come out in a speaker as a sound. We can also MIDIize those instruments. So you can put a pickup on there, and that will put all this stuff into the computer in a MIDI format. I use the example, the advantage of MIDI to a musician is that you don't always have a band around, like I showed you here. Here I've got a piano, but I can't even play the piano as good as that. So all I do is put it in there, and now I've got a piano player in my band.